Good morning. Good morning. The Lord is good and all the time. Tell your neighbors, I got a feeling that everything will be all right. Give your neighbor a high five. Amen. We may be seated. I have seen God. I'm still continuing with my teachings on the supportive ministry. I said, or any other business, family, mission, vision to be fulfilled, it needs these three structures: the visionary, the enabler, and the sustainer. Then we said the way God has moved throughout the history is by finding a person who could be a creative source of his vision. This is why some churches or Christian organizations become suddenly alive and make a huge success after many years of struggle, frustration, and failures. It is because God has found and planted a person through whom he could source his vision. That person is called a visionary. A vision and a visionary cannot go anywhere up until you get a group called the enablers. Because it is very unlikely that one person will be able to be the fulfillment of God-given vision. Because God calls other people to work alongside the person with the vision. God does that. He gives you a vision, but he also brings other people with different skills to be able to help you to fulfill the vision. And those groups or these people, they are gifted by God and they do the most difficult work of the vision and enable it to be organized and fulfilled. And those people are called the enablers.
I don't know what you are.
I spoke of the visionary. I spoke of the enabler. Let me explain the sustainer. Is the third group. Finally, a vision needs people to maintain it. God calls those people to lift up the vision on a daily basis. By doing the work the vision creates. And without these people, the vision could not be successfully outworked. You need those people. Hearing amen.
Say amen.
And these people do what is necessary to ground the vision practically and to keep it going. The enablers get vision organized and take on the difficult leadership task. You know, if I were to explain this to you, you see, that group, when we go to the crusades, we send the people first to go and meet with the necessary people or structures. They will fight. They will draft documents. They will tear down certain things. They will be disappointed. They have to run there, wait for this and wait for that.
Accept that one to lead them and that one to also require bribe, even for the gospel to
These
preach.
people, they will work day
Day
and night. Sometimes they will have to sleep in the car because now guest houses
because now their money to sleep at the guest houses
and
have run out.
Bishop Zondo TV, but it stadium.
And they ought to make sure that the Bishop Zondo appears on TV, but we ought to fix the
They
stadium.
carry all the heavy job to make these things to come to pass. They organize this thing. They work and work and work and work. And
And this thing to be upon
then
their
there will
body.
come others who will go and do some work that is not spiritual. Body tonka, lidi plastic, lidi tsepe, lidi hamore, lidi pigir.
The ones that carry
That
the
does not
nails.
look spiritual.
The
Body diesel,
diesels,
body oil,
the oil,
mate,
the water.
carried them to
To
that destination.
But he says by
They have to unload that thing.
when they get the
They have to dismantle certain things and put certain things together. When you walk in,
you see things
but there
have
are
been
these
done.
who are doing the difficult work. And that is the call of God. That is the call of God. You see, when you see the building like this, there are people that have done some other work. They did not sleep.
They did not sleep.
But God has also called them
to be here. Some even wipe the chair that
they
you are
have to
seated
come
on.
before you. That
you may be able to sit on the front being
there
so
are people
smart.
who have done the job. And these are these called the enablers and the sustainers. Let me give you a characteristic of an enabler. Just as God gave Moses able men to enable his vision, so God will give every visionary people, every visionary people that they need to enable their vision. But now the enablers, they need to be the people of perception. The people that need to be able to share the vision and own it and make it theirs. Do you understand it? The enablers, they take the vision, they make it
They make it to be their own thing.
up until rivers
Until rivers becomes your
you'll
church.
still be toasted up and down, about everything. But the day you own it, you'll protect it. The people of perception, enabler need to be able to share in the vision and make it their own.
You ought to make it your own. Do you know that Jesus heals? But when I go to pray for the sick, I make it my own thing. I would even advertise my face, not Jesus'
I
face.
make it mine.
up until I stretch out my hand.
I know Jesus cannot heal anybody who
When I stretch out my hand, then God will heal. But if I fold my hands, if I don't give out the money, if I don't pray for the crusade, God cannot start the crusade. God, as much as is a visionary, I am an enabler. I must be a person of perception. Let's go to the book Chronicles. First Chronicles, chapter number 12, verse 32.
Chapter 12, verse 32.
Ho bana ba Isaskare ba neng ba ithutile ho kgetha dinako ho tseba tseo ba Israele ba tshwanetseng ho se etsa ha tlama hosana a bona a magolo a mabedi ha mmoho le bana ba bo bona kaofela ba le ntaolong ya ona.
Read another translation, verse number 32.
Of Issachar, men who had understanding of the times, to know what Israel ought to do, 200 chiefs and all their kingsmen under their command.
The people of perception are the people who understand the times. Ring amen.
Say amen.
For example, when you go to the crusade,
how are you crusading? When I say I go to Northwest Mahikeng,
Mahikeng is the headquarter. Northwest.
Yeah, Northwest.
I must check the calendar. Or what are the activities that are taking place in those dates? Because if I will do something, something
another thing, then I do something, then I'm going to cause
the
confusion.
Children of Issachar
But
are the children of Israel. But there was something about them. Among all the children of Israel, these ones,
they were able to redeem the times.
This one, they were very good in strategic planning. They were very good.
That this thing, we would be able to make it succeed.
If we miss this moment, we might not get it again. People of perception. That's what the church needs. That's what the business needs. People of perception. People who can read times.
You need that kind. The church needs that kind.
People who can read times. How about
when you read about
they are
them
not
here,
even many. Others are powerful, but they cannot read. Others, they've got money, but they cannot read. Ring amen.
Say amen.
A characteristic of an enabler is a person of decisiveness. An enabler need to be a people who care to make decisions which are in line with the vision which enable it to be fulfilled.
You have a vision
to
open a spa.
But problem is how?
When you have a vision to make chisanyam outside.
Ring amen.
Say amen.
The decisions.
It should be people who are able to You can see that this thing will not succeed here.
One day I was talking to somebody.
The person knew that he had to take a decision.
And then press.
And now time is pressing upon the person.
Up until Bishop yes, I'm not doing it, but I'm here to take a decision.
The person is seated and saying, until the bishop says, yes, I'm not doing it.
How?
In other words, he had to make a decision. But the person doesn't want to take the decision, that they will not take a decision before I speak to the person. But the person has already already taken a decision.
Empa qeto ya hae
But the
ha e
person's decision
tsamaelane le pono.
doesn't go in line with the vision.
The enablers
Bathusi
ke batho
are people
ba tshwanetseng ho ithuta
who ought
ho
to
nka
teach
diqeto.
themselves to take decisions.
Empa qeto tsa hao
But your
di se ke tsa ba kgahlanong le pono ya Modimo.
They shouldn't be against the vision of God.
E reng amen.
Say amen.
E reng amen.
Say amen.
Ha re shebe Exodus number 28
Let's look at the book of Exodus 28,
verse 29 and 30.
verse 29 to 30.
E tla re ha Aroni a kena sehalalelong o tla jaga sefubeng sa hae ka mogajwana wa kahlolo mabitso a bana ba Iseraele e tle e be kgopotso e sa feleng pela Jehova mogajwaneng wa kahlolo o tla beya Urime le Thumime di tle di be sefubeng sa Aroni ha a kena pela Jehova Aroni o tla jagela bana ba Iseraele kahlolo sefubeng sa hae pela Jehova ka ho sa feleng.
Lebaka leo Aaron
The reason why
ana
Aaron
tshwanetse hore a kenye efota
had to put on an
ene na le
ephod
majwe a 12
that had 12 stones
a representang
that represent
bana ba Israel
the children of
gore ha
Israel.
fitla pela Modimo
It's so that when he
A
appears
ske
before
a
God,
lebala
he should not forget
gore moikarabelo a hae
that his
ke a feng.
responsibility, what exactly are his
a ska ile
responsibilities?
ema pela Modimo
He should not stand
a
before
lebetse
God,
gore yena ke mang
having forgotten who he is.
le gore na hobaneng a le moo
That exactly why
gore
is he
it's not
there.
about him
Hore ha se ka
and it's not
yena.
about his coming
Mme ha se ka
but it's
seaparo sa
about the
hae.
children of Israel.
Empa taba ke ka bana ba Israele.
The enablers
Bathusi,
mosebetsi wa bona
their job
is not about them,
ha se ka bona.
it's about
Ke ka
seo Modimo
what God
a ba beetseng sona
has placed
le
them
seo ba
there.
tlamehile hore ba se
and
phethahatse.
what they ought to fulfill.
Di kereke
The churches,
di bolawa ke ntho e le nngwe
they are being killed or destroyed by one thing.
ko ba na le batho
It is to have people
ba lebalang
who forget.
hobaneng ba eme monyako
Why is it that they are standing at the
hobaneng ba nka
door?
monehelo
Why is it that they are taking the
hobaneng ba
offering?
cleaner
Why is it that
hobaneng ba
they
le
clean?
di-receptionist
Why is it that they are
hobaneng ba le
receptionists?
di-driver
Why is it that
once
they
you
are drivers?
forget
Hang fela o
hobaneng
lebala.
o le moo
Why you are
you
there?
become a problem.
O ba bothata.
Jwale Modimo o re
Now God is
Aaron
saying,
yena ha a
when
kena
Aaron enters,
a tla se ka lebala
he should not forget.
apare
He should wear
seaparo
the garment
se nang le bana ba Israele a
that
tla
have the
kgona ho
children
ema
of
pela
Israel,
Modimo
that he may be able
a
to
sa
stand before God,
ikemele
not
a
standing for
emela
himself,
bana ba Israele.
standing on behalf of the children of Israel.
Re a utlwana
Do you hear me?
jwale kereke e lemala kae
Now, where is it that the church
mosebetsi
gets
wa Modimo o
hurt?
lemala kae
Where is it
ha
that the
batho
work
ba
of God does this
lebala
work? It's when people forget
maikarabelo
their
le mosebetsi
responsibility
wa bona.
and their job.
Oh, come on, talk to me.
Bua le nna.
Talk to me, somebody.
Bua le nna motho.
Ke bua ka an enabler.
I'm speaking about
Ke motho ya sa
motho.
lebaleng.
It's a person who doesn't
Hore na why
forget.
am I here?
Hore na hobaneng a le mona?
Number 3,
Ya boraro.
he must be single-minded.
O tlamehile ebe motho wa mohopolo o le mong.
Enabler
Mothusi.
need to be people
O hloka
who
ebe
are
batho
committed
ba
to the
inehetseng
vision
ho pono
that they keep.
eo e ba e bolokang.
They must be committed to
Ba
it.
tshwanele ba inehele ho yona.
Ka mantswe a mang,
In
they
other
must
words,
follow it until the end
ba tshwanetse ba e latele ba e sale morao
or
fihlela
until the
pheletsong.
goal is reached.
Kapa ho fihlela ntho ba e
Hona-
batlang e phethahale.
Ha Modimo a o fa ntho,
When God gives you
ha
something,
Modimo a le fa kereke,
when God gives you a
eo le leng
church
ho yona,
that you belong to,
ha Modimo a le file di-goal,
when God has given you
an
goals,
enabler,
mothusi,
ha o tlole,
you do not,
you don't jump the cart.
ha o fetole kereke,
You don't jump the cart.
ha o tswe ka hara letroko.
Wa utlwa hore na ke reng?
Do you hear what
O
I'm saying?
dula mona
You stay
up
here
until
ho
ntho
fihlela
no e etsa
the thing
e
that you're doing,
phethahala.
it gets to be accomplished or fulfilled.
Ho na le batho ba bang, they are very good in starting,
There are some people ba tswa pele ho qaleng,
but they never finish anything in their lives
empa hona ntho ba e phetha
because of
maphelong
the
a
lack
bona.
of commitment.
Ka lebaka la ho hloka boinehelo.
Do you hear me?
Na ebe wa nkutlwa na?
Because of the lack of
Ka
commitment,
lebaka la ho
they
hloka
start
boinehelo.
this,
Ba qala ntho
but
ena,
they don't finish it.
empa ba e
They
phethe.
start that,
Ba qala
they
nthwane,
never finish it.
empa ba e
It's a
phethe.
lack of commitment
Ke ho hloka boinehelo
and responsibility,
le maikarabelo.
accountability.
Ho arabela ntho o e fuweng.
there's a gentleman here.
Ukhona umuntu wesilisa la.
Awusale sangoma.
Awusese isangoma.
Utlwetse bongaka.
Uyekela ubunyanga.
But unale bothata ba headache.
Kodwa unenkinga yenhloko.
O struggle haholo bophelong.
You struggle very much in life.
Onal di accident tse o latelang.
Kunama accident akulandelayo.
And o tletse ke tshabo.
And you got fear.
Wa fufulelo.
You sweat. Sometimes you feel like there's a person who's watching you. Remember your friends when you were 4 and wearing the skins of the leopard. Nonke beniyinyanga lapho nisizwa. So when you drop out they hit you.
Buile ka a gentleman eleng ya ba lesangoma and then abatloela. O bo motho o tshwara ke headache o na le fear wa sweater and then wa struggle bophelong ba hae. O bo re ha tsamaya nka re ho na le batho ba mo latelang and then a hopole batho ba i4 aneng a kene le bona ba ne ba kenya masela a leopard print and then o latela ke di accidents. Ke na le abuti plaka monana o confirm everything o I buile ntate shop.
And one of these guys, we let wena now what's our na obani magam fu to tletse bongoma. Amhopole.
Baninzi abantu abanonibuza ba kutheni ndiyekile ba inyanga.
Kodwa khumbula aba. Ebenisebenzana nabo.
Bese bayi4.
Yes.
Mara bayi2 bashoni oyi1 ushonile oyi1 uyahlanya.
Oyi1 ushonile oyi1 uyahlanya.
Oyi1 uyahlanya.
Wena wabaleka.
Mina ngabaleka ngeke.
Wasalo oyi1.
Wasalo oyi1.
Amen.
God will set you free.
Amen.
Manje ke bhuti ngoba ke wena awusana nsiki awusenze izazinto sibenenza manje babe sebeyakubetha ke ya bakubethile ukuthi imisebenzi ivalwe ya manje ndiyakukhulula 1 2 3 4 ngiyayivula ke imisebenzi.
This is a miracle day and so many people received their miracles today. It's a gentleman that the man of God prophesied today. He stood up and came in front. Why? Because the prophecy was exactly for him.
Igama lami ngumzolisi Ndaba. Ndibuya Eastern Cape. Kodwa ngokuhlala ndihlala eSasolburg.
But Mzolisi, as you were coming esontweni namhlanje bowulindele ini kuba uNkulunkulu namhlanje?
Namhlanje esontweni bengibona nje vele kujatshulwe kumnandi mara bengenalokho ukuthi bengikubukile okuningi mina bengizele nje kuzo esontweni njengabantu bonke.
So uBishop maka profita and then wena uya ngaphambili bowuqiniseke kangakanani ukuthi ukhuluma ngawo?
Bengiqiniseke ngendaba azikhuluma ukuthi izindaba lezo ebezikimi vele ebendizenza ngoba uthe ukukhuluma kwakhe isiprofeto sakhe wathi kunomuntu olapha ebefundela ubunyanga beyi4 mara yena ukubalekile bobunyanga waze wathi lo muntu isiqiniseko seni bangikhuluma ngayo ushaywa ikhanda ngaze ngaqiniseka amayikhuluma nje impilo yakhe ihamba kanzima ngacabanga ukuthi yevele yimi lo bengihamba nabantu abayi4 izinyanga namanje ikhanda liyanishana njenganamanje ngilali sangishaya njenganamanje benifesoni lingishaya manje kodwa manje lingcononyana.
So ubaba uBishop makalo kakhuluma lo muntu lo uyazi ukuthi webokwenzakalani kuwe ngaleso sikhathi?
Ngalesikhathi akukhuluma kusho ukuthi nami bengicabanga ukuthi ngine films ukuthi lento uyaze njani kusho ukuthi yiyo umqondo wami bolahlekile ulost nje ngingazi ukuthi why eyazi ukuthi kunomuntu ngiba isikhathi sakudala leso mshobo ma 1999 boma 1995 lo bengisafunda lobo mnyanga futhi nami ngithukile makuthi azinto yakudala daswa umqondo wami ke walahleka.
So khona manje baba uBishop ukukhulekele uzizwa njani emzimbeni wakho manje?
Manje ngizizwa emzimbeni nami ngingahle kakhulu umzimba wami fresh ngingahle kakhulu.
Mawuzibongela kubaba uNkulunkulu namhlanje ngelanga elikhulu kangaka ukuthi ukubizile phakathi kwabantu abaningi kangaka. Uthanda ukuthini wena baba?
Mina ngithanda ukuthi uNkulunkulu abusise nalabo banenkinga ezidlula lezi asibeke kuthi. uNkulunkulu abusise kunye noba bishop ampheni insuku zokuphila ukuthi aqhubeke ukuthi akhulekela abantu konke lokho kuphethakala.
Siyabonga bhuti uNkulunkulu kababa uBishop Zondo azakubusise even more than what he has done.
Siyabonga. Amen.